Hi, this is Richard C. I'm a math tutor here at Wyzant, answering a question submitted by a student who wants to write an equation that would model this situation described in the word problem. And we're going to use the simplest model, which is a linear model, to do this problem. Okay, so I think the best way to think about things when you're looking at a word problem is to draw a diagram or a graph or something like that if it's appropriate, and usually it is appropriate. So we're going to start with a graph here, and this is going to be 0. This is years beyond 2008. It's traditional to make 2008 would be the 0 on the x-axis, and then of course the y-axis is going to be euthanized animals. And so when you read it, what's happening is that they're giving us two data points. So in 2008, which we're going to use as time 0, there were 90,000 animals euthanized. So this represents 2008, just so you can remember. And then 2022, that number went down to 25,000, which is a big drop. But we're not going to put 22 in here. We're going to put 2022 minus 2008. And you can do that on your calculator if you prefer, or you can just use mental math. And this is 14 years later. So the x value is the number of years beyond 2008. Now let's plot these on our graph. So we're up here at 90,000 here. And 8 years later, let's say that's here. We have another point on the graph. Oops, not 8 years. I don't know why I put an 8 there. 14 years later, it's at 25,000. And because it's a straight line, it's just going to continue to fall. And what they want to predict is the number of euthanized animals in 2025. So we're going to do the same thing here, 2025 minus 2008. And you can see that that would be 3 years later. So the x value is going to be 17, and what we want to figure out is the y value. So this would be a 17 here, and we want to know where is that point for 17. We know it's x value, but we need to find the y value. So how we do this? Well, we're going to use the standard equation. It's called slope-intercept form of the line. Y equals mx plus b. And we're going to find the slope based on these two data points here. So this is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this is going to be 25,000 minus 90,000 all over 14 minus 0. And so we do this on our calculator. 25 minus 90 is negative 65,000. Over 14. So I get 4642.8. So I'm just going to round that to 4643. That's my slope, M. I already know B. Remember, B is the y-intercept, and I have that right here. So now I can write the line as y equals negative 4643 times x plus 90,000, which is the y-intercept, which is B. Okay, so now we have our equation, and now we're going to use it to find, let me just change color here. We're going to use it to find this value. So we're going to plug in 17 for x and see what we get for y. So y is equal to negative 4643 times 17 plus 90,000. So y is going to be equal to, let's see, times 17. So that's going to give me negative 78, 928 plus 90,000. And that gives me 11,071. These are just estimates, of course. But now we can put this one in here. And you can see how nice it is to have a graph. And although I couldn't draw it to scale exactly, you can see it makes sense, right? This is really looking like a pretty straight line down. And so that's our prediction for 2025, which is 17 years from the starting date of 2008. So that's it for this question. I think this shows you how useful math can be, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.